First of all, before I get into some of my favorite parts of the book, give us an overview of the Not So Normal Norbert.
Well, first off, I'm really excited about this book because the proceeds from sales of this book go to help fund reading initiatives for kids.
Is that right?
Because it's awesome, because it's just so important, because it's vital that we teach kids to read. Because if kids make it through middle school without being able to read, how are they going to, succeed in high school?
Exactly.
And so what's great about this book is that it's really, really exciting, because kids, it doesn't have to be torture to read a book, It should be fun and exciting. So Not So Normal Norbert is an adventure that's anything but normal, so that kids won't be able to put it down.
But you've got to explain as well. Well, first of all, I really appreciate that you're doing that. I love books. I'm an avid reader, but it starts with the parents. It's how we present it to our kids. If we read with them, they will read along. So I read this, parts, not all of it. I got through most of it, and I had my 15-year-old read it. And something you need to understand about our author right here is he's actually dressed like a character from the book. You are the Not So Normal Norbert right now.
Well, thank you. Thank you for noticing. Well, the book takes place on the planet Earth in the future. And it's one country. It's the United States of Earth. And there's a dictator named Loving Leader. And the deal is everybody must conform. If you're unique, that's not acceptable.
Bad.
Everybody has to dress this exact same way in gray jumpsuits, just like I'm dressed.
The sky is gray. The classroom is gray. The outfits are gray.
Exactly. And so it's about, and if you're creative or imaginative, you are considered crazy and a criminal.
Yes.
And so Norbert has no idea that he's really funny and he's really creative. So he gets arrested and sent to a prison called the Astronauts Prison on another planet a gazillion light years away in the Orion Nebula. And when he gets there, he discovers that everybody there is really creative and imaginative.
And fun. And first of all, let me explain one of my favorite parts. The name of the teacher, Mrs. Hurlbutt. I love that part. And then when they do go on to this camp, the sergeant is referring to Norbert and refers to him as number L4LUZR. L for loser, and so that's one of the things that I really appreciate about this book. There's a lot of little inside humor almost to the way it's structured. Tell me more about that.
Well, I used to write for the National Lampoon many years ago, and so James Patterson is a very imaginative person, and I have a very wacky imagination, so combined, could add a lot of humor to it. Also, the book, there's no shortage of dictators and tyrants in this world.
No.
And there's no shortage of grown-ups who try to stifle the creativity and imagination of kids. But fortunately, there's plenty of wonderful teachers, camp counselors, scout leaders that nurture and encourage creativity, and that's what Not So Normal Norbert is all about.
And I think it's got a really beautiful story too, because I'm not going to give the spoiler alert away, but Norbert lives with his very boring yet loving aunt and uncle, and then there's a theme about the mom and the dad that come into play. So this is a great book. I really encourage everybody, all the parents, to have your 6 to 13-year-old, is that where 9?
It's about 8 to 13 years old.
8 to 13-year-old. Definitely a fun, easy read, but your imagination doesn't just stop with the pages. What do you got for us? Because we are going to show you a little bit more.
Well, this is
here.
Yeah, this is one of the gadgets that's actually in the book. One of the kids up on the astronauts planet in the prison, he invents a divergent gibberish transducer, which I have here. And what happens is if you talk into this, it takes your message and it sends it a gazillion light years across the universe to somebody else. So what I want you to do here is simply, I'm going to repeat it. Repeat after me. And what I want you to say is, you're going to take the Pledge of Subservience that the kids take on the planet.
Yes, I remember reading that.
Okay, so I pledge subservience.
I pledge subservience.
To loving leader.
To loving leader.
Of the United States.
Of the United States.
Of Earth.
Of Earth.
And to the ground.
And to the ground.
On which he walks.
On which he walks.
One planet.
One planet.
Under surveillance.
Under surveillance.
With conformity.
With conformity.
And security.
And security.
For all.
For all.
I pledge convenience to shoving leaper of the excited snake of mirth, and to the stomach on glitch shake hands, one basement blunder fragrance, invisible, with trickery and jaundice play ball.
You are way too fun. You are way too fun. But this is just kind of the warm-up for where we're headed after the break, because you also brought something else fun for us.
Yeah, the kids on this planet, they're very creative, as I mentioned, and some of the kids invent a helicycle, which is a pedal-powered helicopter. So after the break, we'll come back and have you ride the helicycle over the area.
Now we're here to show you the helicycle or the helicycle. What'd you call it? All right, talk
Whatever
to me
you
about
want.
this.
It's a helicycle. It's a pedal
Use your imagination.
It's a pedal-powered helicopter that the kids in Not So Normal Norbert use to travel around on the planet. And so we're going to give it a shot here. Now, there's a lot more gravity here.
Right.
So we're going to have to...
Much more so than your planet.
Exactly.
Okay. Oh, hey. Oh, whoops. We're already going.
So you put on this helmet. You need this helmet.
You always have to travel with a helmet, right? Look at you were almost walking on the mountains.
There you go.
So where are we headed right now?
Just around San Diego, just around the block a little bit.
Oh yeah, you know, how's the steering on this?
It's good. It's got a little rudder in the back, so you know as you steer it.
It's amazing. You know, you can get a nice little workout in.
How are the views?
You know, I'm so good at this. Look at that. You know, I can pedal with no hands. Hey,
I think you're now on the moon.
It's a little chilly. Can I get out and take a walk? Or then I'd lose the cycle, right?
Yeah.
And that's what's so great about your book, because it's so imaginative. So as you're reading the book, oh, hey, I'm now in Washington over 1600 Pennsylvania. Now just going for a cruise around the world. It's a little warmer on the East Coast. You know, it's a little toasty. Uh-oh. Now it looks like we got some smog way up high.
I think you're in New York City.
Yeah. Well, this is the only way you can get around in New York, because it's just way too
The helicycle is very fast. It gets from Washington to New York in just a minute.
It's amazing. No matter where we're going, this is maintaining a nice speed. Now, what happens if I don't pedal? Hey, look at this. Look at all the tricks. I can do all sorts of stuff, and it still goes. You just don't understand where your imagination can take you. Oh, are you turning off my blades?
You are.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I know, because I stopped pedaling. Okay, one more time. Tell us about the book. Tell us where we can get it and the proceeds.
The book is Not So Normal Norbert, and it's available in bookstores starting tomorrow, or at any, Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, all the websites. And I think your kids will really love it. It's an adventure that is anything but normal.
And then this will make a little more sense to you, I think. All right, we've got the 10 o'clock hour coming your way after the break. I'll try to land.